Howdy everyone, welcome back to Inspire Me Higher. My name is Lottie, and today we're going to talk about something that touches us all. Friendships. Yeah. The truth is, life is better with good friends. It's more than just casual likes and comments on social media. It's the deep, meaningful connections that shape who we are. They help us grow, and sometimes they help us find ourselves. Whether you've got a group of friends or you're still finding your people, this video is all about celebrating the magic of real, authentic connections. Let's dive in. Friendships, huh? Do you have friends? If you do, did you know that friends can provide a unique sense of belonging and support? And they offer a space for shared joy and understanding. The beauty of friendships lie in its capacity to strengthen our spirits and create those connections that last for a long time, or in some cases, a lifetime. Those are what you call lifelong friends. Let's just start with defining what is a friend. Well, generally, friends provide a safe space to share our thoughts and feelings, struggles, without judgment. They can be honest with you and tell you the truth even when you don't want to hear it. They accept you just as you are. They help fight feelings of loneliness and isolation, mainly by boosting your sense of belonging. This in turn supports studies that have proven that strong social connections contribute towards longer living and a higher quality of life. There's so many benefits of having social connections like friends. Let's talk about quantity versus quality friends. What type of friendships do you prefer? Do you prefer having lots of friends that you know superficially? Or do you prefer a few close friends that you can go really deep with? I personally think having a few high-quality friends will always be more rewarding than having a bunch of friends that you can only engage with in small talk with. Small talk is exhausting. It really is. Focusing more on quality also allows you to invest more time and energy into fewer people. This avoids any potential feelings of being overwhelmed or being spread too thin. Could you imagine how exhausting it would be keeping up with 30 different people on a regular basis? Yikes. Compared to like 3 or 4 close friendships, it's going to be quality for me. Quality for me. Okay, let's talk about the different types of friendships. I'm sure we've all experienced them at some point in our lives. People are people. People are going to do different things. People are unique in their own way. Yes, we know this. So to start off, there are childhood friendships. These are friends you grew up with together. You've known each other for before you could even say the word friendships, sometimes in diapers. And then you got your close friends. These are your ride or dies, your BFFs, your besties. These are people you share everything with. Ugly cries, your deepest thoughts, your biggest dreams. These are also your go-to people in crisis. Then there are the casual friends. It's easy to connect with them. Vibes are good. There's mutual respect. But there's not much deep intimacy. Situational friends. These are when you bond with someone either within a shared space or a season of your life. These are like work friends, gym friends, school friends. You click while you're with them within the same environment, but you don't really talk outside those walls. Then you got the online friends. You've never met them in person, but the connection is real. You have shared interests and support each other emotionally, or maybe you collaborate with them creatively in some way. Next up, we have lifelong friends. This is where even after months or even years of not speaking, it's always so easy to pick up right where you left off. These are the rare gems. If you got one of these, hold on to these. Okay, now I need to take a breath for our last type of friendship. Those pesky toxic friendships. These connections drain us more than they uplift us. These aren't true friends, but sometimes they can feel like they really are your best friend. Manipulation, competition, or constant negativity can happen, and when it does, it's worth reevaluating your friendship with these people. Now let's talk about good versus bad friends. Do you believe there's such a thing as good and bad friendships? Put your opinion in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. I honestly think that what makes a good or bad friend is completely relative to the person. What looks like a bad friend to you might be the perfect best friend to someone else. We all hold different definitions of what good friends look like. I honestly believe we often attract friends who mirror certain qualities and beliefs that we hold about ourselves. I'm sure you've heard the saying, we attract what we are, not what we want. If we want friends who are supportive, kind, and respectful, we have to be all of those things to ourselves first. It's worth mentioning, we can't change people and we can't make someone be our friend, no matter how hard we try. The shoe either fits or it don't fit. Also, friends outgrow each other, and that's okay too. Sometimes friends drift apart, and it's completely normal. Some friends can be temporary, during specific seasons in our life. I highly value community and friendships. In my teens and throughout my 20s, this was so hard for me to accept. I've seen my friends go through life changes, like getting married and having children, and I do think that these kinds of life changes can alter a dynamic of a friendship, but that just proves that change is inevitable. Plus, we all get busy with our lives, living our lives. Shout out to the friends that take 3 to 5 business days just to text you back. And that's okay, because we're all just doing the best that we can with where we are in life. I used to feel so desperate to have a best friend. I always wanted to have that ride or die bestie by my side, And in that desperation of wanting a BFF so bad, it really made me fall into friendships that were one-sided and with people who only liked me for being a people pleaser. That I was at the time anyway. Plus, it didn't help that I was in denial about it. I thought it was fine. I thought the way they treated me was fine, and it wasn't. But hindsight is 20/20, and you learn from your mistakes. Looking back, thinking about it, I'm like, I don't even think those friends of mine even really liked me to begin with. It's so sad, but man. But all in all, those one-sided friendships made me realize that I didn't love myself. That was the root of my problem. I was looking for outside validation. This lesson taught me how to love myself, and it taught me how to be my own best friend first. I'm so grateful for every one of these subpar friendships, one-sided friendships, because they were a necessary part in my journey. They were necessary for me in order to elevate and become the best version of myself. It doesn't mean they were bad people. It just means I had a lesson to learn. They say people come into your life to love you, to hurt you, and to help you grow. I understand that the friends who hurt you can actually be a catalyst for your own personal growth. I think that's so beautiful when you think about it that way. Friendship isn't just a part of life. It's what makes life worth sharing, whether it's laughter, late night talks, or simply knowing someone's got your back. Connection is everything. Raise a glass. So let's raise our glass, my invisible glass here, to the ones who show up, stand by us, and remind us that we are never alone. Thanks so much for watching this video. Drink up. If this message resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it with a friend. My name is Lottie, and it's been lovely chatting with you all. See you next time on Inspire Me Higher. Bye.